Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today is a fall video. Fall is coming soon. I can't remember if I'm putting this up the Friday before fall starts or the Friday after fall starts. It's right in that area. So I wanted to give you my top 20 scents for fall, but I wanted to do a twist, and these are all fruity scents. So there's like other types of fragrances, but I love fruity scents. So these are all like darker fruity scents that I think will be really nice in the fall. Some of these are fragrances that I've been waiting to wear because it's just been a little too hot to wear, and I just can't wait. So let's get right into it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I put up a fragrance video every Friday. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know your favorite fall fragrances. Bonus points if they are fruity. For this video, I'm not going to give you like all of the notes. I'm not going to have them on screen. If you are interested in that information, please go to Fragrantica. They are a great resource. I will have all of these listed in the description box though, so you can access it easily that way. But I just kind of wanted to give you like the fruitiness of it and kind of give you an idea of like why I like it instead of trying to read you all of the notes. Also, because there's 20, I wanted to go a little faster. So we're going to start with the one that started me on this idea because I was like, oh, I just can't wait. I'm so excited for it. This is Jimmy Choo Fever. This is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. This is a plum-based fragrance, and it just has this beautiful richness to it. It also has coffee in it, and just it's a really warm, sweet scent. It's very comforting, but you definitely get that plum in there, and I really love the plumness of it. Plums are a fruit that I love. I love all drupes, but to me, plums are more cold weather. I guess it's because they become prunes rather than like peaches or cherries. Those don't always feel like fall to me. But yes, this is Jimmy Choo Fever. It is an absolute great one. I love it. Speaking of drupes, we have Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I know this one is super expensive. I know there are dupes out there of it. I do not own any of the dupes. Well, I do have one dupe, but I wouldn't recommend it because spray doesn't work on it. So I need to break open that bottle and decant it, and I haven't done that yet. So I have the original. This is the most expensive bottle of perfume that I have ever purchased. This is the bottle I purchased. I don't know how much I have left. It's feeling much lighter than it used to. This is just the 50 ml. I did get sent one of these from Influencer too, so I'm very excited that I have a backup of it because this is excellent, but it's, you know, was it, I think this one when I got it was $330, and then went up to $350, and now I think it's like $365, or it could be $380. It just keeps going up and up. When I purchased it, I waited for Macy's to do 15% off. I used that, and I got it when they had 10% cash back from Rakuten, so that helped as well, so 15, 10. And then I got Star Money because I used Macy's card, so I got probably $20 back that way too. So that did bring it down. It was still really expensive, but it was one that I had saved up for because I had wanted it. It's the only one that I felt like that desperate need for. This is such a delicious boozy cherry. So good. I really love this one. You do get the cherry in there, but it also has almond in it, so it just gives it a richness to it, and it's so good. I know people don't get a lot of this, but you know, I spray like 8 sprays of this and I can still smell it 8 hours later. I know other people have issues with longevity, but I personally have not had that issue, which I'm glad about because it's so expensive. But I do love this one, and if you want just, you know, something to really treat yourself, this one is really good. If you like cherries, if you like almond fragrances, this is the one. It's not like a popsicle or Kool-Aid type cherry. I have those type of scents too, and I love those. And it's not like the medicinal type of cherry scent. That's not my favorite. This is just unlike any other cherry fragrance in my collection. Yeah, it's so good. Let's talk about a very popular fragrance. This is La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier. This is a pear scent. I can wear this in the summer. I choose to wear it in slightly cooler weather because it is a powerhouse. This will last forever. It has vanilla in it. It is so rich and syrupy and just, I don't want to say it's opulent, but it's so good. It's almost mouth-watering. It's like if you've taken poached pears and you've added vanilla to it, but like straight vanilla syrup. That's none of this artificial stuff. It's so good. It is syrupy. It is beautiful. I love the bottle on it. I know some people don't like these bottles as much. This is the one like silhouette that I really enjoy. It's so good. Yes. So that is the original Label, not the La Parfum. I don't like that one as well. If you other people like it better, but this is the original, and it's still my favorite. So yeah, gorgeous, sweet. It's really syrupy pear. Sticking with Jean Paul Gaultier, I love the Scandal. These I might like even more than the Label line. I think this might be one of my all-time favorite lines. This might like take the cake of all of the lines. I don't have, there's two newer ones that they haven't come out with yet. That in the States, they haven't come out in the States. These are hard to find. You do need to find these on the gray market. So go to Fragrance by CA, go to Fragrance Net. Those are the type of places that you're going to find them, or like Mercari. You're not going to find them in a retailer, unfortunately. So this is, look at, I know, one, I bought this used. Two, I gave out a couple decants. My fragrance friends at Macy's, both of whom are gone now. The one retired and then the other one passed away suddenly. I talked about it in a sample Saturday last month. Trying not to cry. I gave them samples of this because they didn't have it. And this is Scandal by Night. I will wear this year round, but I feel like most people would prefer this in cooler weather and probably in the evening or weekend. Like, this is probably not a scent you want to wear to work. I probably would still wear it to work because it's just, oh, it's cherry. It is such a cherry. This is a very different type of cherry. This is a very tart cherry. This is like, you start watering from the back of your mouth. You know, you get that tart and your mouth just starts to water. That's what this is. This is so good. It also has honey in it. So it has a sweetness to it, but it has that tart cherry in there too. Definitely my favorite of the line. I'm going to be doing a review on these eventually too, because I love all of them. But this is my pick for fall, is Scandal by Night. Oh, and I would get the big bottle. I think this is a 2.5, 2.7. And I'm going to need another one of this because this one is discontinued now, is what I've heard. So yeah, I'm going to need another one because this is one that, oh, I just want to like douse myself in it right now. We're doing another pair. This is one I have been obsessed with since I got it. This is Juliet Has a Gun Pear Ink. Obviously, this is a pear fragrance. This is the opposite side of the pear spectrum from Jean Paul Gaultier's Label though. This is, has some musk in it, but it's like, I'm not a big musk fan, but this one is very, it's nice. This smells to me like a genuine pear. So there are different types of pears. Like, do you have a Harry and David? Have you ever gotten Harry and David pears? Those were always like such a treat as a kid to get. They were so juicy and so delicious. This gives me almost Harry and David type pears, like it's, but like a little drier, and it reminds me, because my grandpa had a pear tree and those pears were like super dry and they just were never juicy. It's kind of like, it's on the spectrum. It's like right in between those type of two pears with a little musk thrown in there. I think this is absolutely excellent. This one is expensive too. This one's like $135 a bottle. None of these, Jimmy Choo Fever is going to be your cheapest one so far, but I love this one. I have worn this one so much. I've used up all of the samples. I had several samples of this one because I got vanilla vibes too, and I redeemed for a certificate right away, and then I regretted it because I don't love that one. So I really wanted to make sure I love this one, and I've worn this one a lot. This is one that I wear to work, and I feel like I can kind of get away with it even if I'm in a fragrance-free environment, because it's more of a skin scent, but I've been loving it so much. This is another newer type fragrance. This is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, but this is the Ruby Orchid. This one has a peach note in there, and for the most part, I don't usually think of peach as a fall type scent. It's more of a spring or a summer type scent because it just has a lighter feel to it, lighter scent and taste than a cherry or a plum. But this one is definitely has enough of those other ingredients in there that brings it down. It has an orchid in it. I swear it has patchouli in it too. There's something in here that's really darkens it up. It is really good. If you like Flower Bomb, but you want something fruitier and lighter, that's this one. I think this is probably not a summer scent, but it is one that I would wear the rest of the year. I know it doesn't look like I've used a lot of it, but I feel like this is one I've sprayed quite a bit of. I really enjoy this one. This one, you get a little bit of the peach sweetness in there, which is just delicious. Next up, we have from Kilian. This is Fun Things Always Happen After Sunset or After Sunset. The original ones used to have words on all sides, but now they just have Kilian on one side and the name on the other side. So this was not one of the original releases from Kilian. I feel like Black Currant, this is a Black Currant scent, is a good fall and winter type of a fruity note because it has some depth, it has some tartness to it. It doesn't feel light and springy. And I definitely get that one, this one. I also am picking up a little bit of the lychee. It is a pretty note too. It gives it a little bit of freshness, so it doesn't feel like super heavy. If you can find this one, I think this one is really good. This is probably my second favorite in this line that they did, which is the My Kind of Love line. Princess is still my favorite, but I really enjoy this one. And this is one I have neglected lately and I need to get back to. I was thinking about all of my scents and I was like going through and looking and I was like, oh, this is a good one. This one has that really just, it smells very fruity and I really enjoy it. Next up, I have Playing with the Devil by Kilian. This is not the bottle it comes in. I bought a refill of this at the cosmetic company store, and then I just bought this bottle off of Prime, Amazon, that's what it's called, because I really wanted this, and it was like $80 as opposed to like $250 or whatever bottle is normally from Kilian. So I just decanted it. This kind of reminds me of After Sunset. It has that overlap of red currant and lychee, but this one I get a lot more of the peach note from. It's so intoxicating. This also has a pimento, so it has like a slight oddness to it that I normally wouldn't go for, but this is so well blended and just so interesting. I really like this one. This is I can see why his line is really thought well of. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of the word off the top of my head. So this one is really good. This one, I would say this one and After Sunset, they last pretty well too. This one just has like, it takes After Sunset, but it just like adds to it and it makes it more interesting and just a little bit fruitier with that peach in there. I think it might be a white peach. Yeah, that's another one, Playing with the Devil. It's probably, if I had to rank my Kilians, it might be number 2 of like overall of Kilian. So this one, so good. Playing with the Devil. I know the name is terrible, but all right. If you want something that's still kind of a tart fall type scent, but you want something a little bit lighter and not quite as opulent, like a lot of these fragrances have a huge presence and they have like a sweetness to them. Jo Malone Tangy Rhubarb Cologne is for you. I love the bottle. This is the Jam Jar collection that they did in 2021. I picked up 3 of these and yeah, I love it. This one is it smells like fruit, but it is a very tart fruit. You could wear it in the summer. I feel like it's a little too dark of a fruit for the summer, but I really do enjoy this one, and I'm glad that I picked it up. If you like rhubarb, I think this will be a good one. It doesn't have any of the sweetness that you get with rhubarb when you mix it with like strawberries or other fruit. But yeah, tangy rhubarb cologne. It's a good one if you like rhubarb. I happen to like rhubarb, so yeah, good one. All right, next up, it's getting dark. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Next up, we have Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. This one is quickly becoming one of my favorites from this line. I do have a lot of them from this line. I think I have all but maybe one. I love this line. This one does not smell anything like the other ones. I feel like this and light are so different than the other ones. The other ones have more of the DNA together. This one has pear in it. It's a delicious pear, but it has like mandarin orange mixed in there with it. And then it has almond blossom in there too. So it gives it a slight nuttiness or earthiness to it. Not like earthiness, but like, yeah, like a nuttiness. There's a definite nuttiness to it that just is kind of like, almost like a bakery type nuttiness, you know, marzipan type of thing. It's really nice. So Terra di Gioia is another one. It's on the lighter end of the spectrum, but this one lasts for really well on my skin. Yeah, I like it. All right, going to some of those tartar berries. I always think of like, you know, early fall, late summer is when you're harvesting like your blackberries and your grapes and stuff. So I really, you know, tart berries is what I associate with the fall. And this is a great one for that. This is the only one, 2 by Dolce & Gabbana. This is a giant bottle. This has red berries. It has blackberry in it. I guess that's why I also associate pear, because pears usually are fall and winter. But yeah, you're going to get a lot of berries in here. This is a very berry heavy scent. You also get coffee in here. There's a lot of nice things in here. But yeah, I enjoy this one if you're looking for a tart berry type scent. The only one. 2 is a good one for that. I enjoy it. We're going to talk about 2 from the same line. These are both by Guerlain. This is the La Petite Robe Noire set. And I have Intense, and I also have just the EDP. The EDP is a cherry scent, and it has tea in it, black tea, and it has almond in it, if I remember right. It definitely, the tea is heavy in there. It doesn't feel refreshing at all, but it kind of feels stark. But it also has that pretty sour cherry note in there. Definitely feels darker, feels more cool weather, not something I would wear in the summer. There are versions that I would wear in the summer, but this one is a good one for that. The other one in this line, I just said it was Intense, but it's actually Couture. This is a raspberry scent. It doesn't have the tea in there, so it's not quite as dark, but it does have like patchouli in there, so it does feel like a more intense type of a fragrance. Definitely more wintry, fall. I think this would be fall. The EDP would be more winter, and then there's even ones that are darker. But I really like this one. Couture, I like just a little bit more than the original EDP. It's really nice. It's similar enough. I get barely that it's raspberry versus cherry, but I think they're both good if you're looking for a fruity type scent. This next one is, I think, a good one. This is not my personal favorite. This is not one that I really enjoy wearing. This is Invite Only Amber 23 by Kayali. This is a cherry fragrance, and it has like chocolate and cinnamon. It has a whole bunch of stuff. It's kind of like, I want to say it has like an oud in it. So to me, this one is very dark, very opulent. It has a pretty opening because you get the cherry in there a little bit more, but to me, this is not the type of scent that I really go for. It's much more spicy, but you do get the fruit cherry in there. So if you're looking for like a spicy fruit, I think this is a good one. It's just not personally one that I really love or reach for, but I wanted to include it because I do think this is a good fall type fruity scent. We're gonna go super old, and I'm sorry, I know this isn't available anymore, but this is one that I was like thinking and looking, and I was like, I have to include this. This is Midnight Pomegranate from Bath & Body Works. Yes, this is super old. I got this back in probably my college days, and it still smells good. It's pomegranate. It has some darkness to it. It's delicious, but also has like, it smells perfumey. It doesn't smell like fruit. If you find this, if you come across this, because I just recently came across some other fragrances from the same era at an estate auction. I was so excited. But yeah, Midnight Pomegranate is a good one. It's one that I want to break back out because it's one that I haven't worn for a few years. I also thought Bella Essence would be a good one to include on this list. This is grapefruit, a little bit, but mostly red berries and raspberry. So this one I got during the height of the lockdown. I ordered this from Belk and it was like on major sale, and I was like, oh, I just want it for the bottle. Like, it never seemed like something I was super interested in. And definitely you do get the grapefruit in here. It's a prominent, so it has like that in your face citrus kind of thing. So you could feel like it's going to be good for the summer with that. But I feel like when it settles down and you get more of those red berries in there, it makes it much more of a fall scent. As it settles down, the vanilla and patchouli come in there a little bit more and kind of round it out and make it deeper and darker. I think this is really nice. I actually might end up liking this more than Bella Rosa. Bella Blanca is still my favorite from this line, but I think this one is a really nice fruity scent and definitely overlooked. I don't think a lot of people think about it because it's kind of middle of the road, nothing like super exciting, but it's one that I think is really pretty. The bottle is pretty and it has some good juice in it. Yeah, Bella Essence. This is probably one of the top ones that I would pick, other than like the ones that I wear all the time and I knew were going to be on this list. This is one that surprised me and I'm like, yeah, I would pick this over some of these other ones. I feel like red berries, pear, those are showing up in a lot of these. And once again, we have that in Montpellier and Townsmont. And this one has some of the DNA of the original one, but definitely is darker, is more rich. I feel like the black currant in here mixed with the rose is just really beautiful and just, oh, it's definitely a fall scent for me, but so delicious. Like, it's kind of a jammy rose mixed with that black currant, and black currant is a scent that I really enjoy, a note that I really enjoy. So yeah, this is a good one. And then we have another intense one that is, I think, a good fall option. All right, next up we have La Vie Spell Intensement or Intensement. I feel like I'm making fun of things when I try to say them in the accent. This one will stain, so don't wear it on white. It does have like a little bit of color to the perfume. This is like a raspberry type scent. This was my favorite in the line until I got a Le Clot, and then I like that one a little bit more. But this definitely, I feel like I'm not the biggest fan of the original, but I really enjoy this one because I do get that raspberry mixed with the vanilla. It's pretty. I don't want to say it's creamy because I don't feel like it's a creamy scent at all, but you definitely get that fruitiness mixed with the florals in here. The raspberry really does bring it out. It's a heavier scent. I would not wear it in the summer, but yeah, this one, oh, very nice. La Vie Spell Intensement. Next up, we have My Burberry by Burberry. I also think My Burberry Black would be a good one. It's a little too dark for me. I don't even know, like in the winter, it's going to be hard for me. It almost feels like, I don't know, I don't think it has leather as a note, but it gives me like that kind of a feel. It's just very, very dark to me, and that's not really what I go for. I feel like blush is good for the spring, and then My Burberry is good for like the fall. It's funny because when I was going through and smelling, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good one. And it has quince in it. It has a lot of citruses, but now as I'm smelling it, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm getting so many more florals right now. So if you want something that's a very light fruitiness that almost takes a back seat to the florals, but I still think this is a good fall perfume, it's My Burberry. So maybe My Burberry Black with that orangey, like it's almost like an orange peel type of a scent, might be a little bit better. But if I was going to choose one, I would be more likely to wear this one. So I love the Decadent line from Marc Jacobs. I bought the first two. I bought the large ones because I liked the purse with the tassel and everything. I thought they were so cute. I know people don't like these bottles. But then I got confused because they put out so many limited editions. And then this one came out and I was like, is this even the same scent? I was very confused. And unfortunately, I bought this one, and this is only an ounce, and this is my favorite. This is Oh So Decadent by Marc Jacobs Decadence. We're going to take that lid off so that it doesn't make quite so much noise. This is in that pear realm. It has the black currant in there, so it's like this juiciness, but with the tartness of the berries in there too. And this is like a juicy pear. It is not like the poached pear from La Belle. It's not like any of the other pears. Like, this smells juicy. This smells delicious. I really enjoy this one. And I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the fall. So this is definitely one that I will be wearing. This is Oh So Decadent because I just want that pear and that black currant. Those two notes together just mix really well. All right, so let me know what fragrances you would have put on this list for fruity fall fragrances. Let me know if you feel like something didn't belong other than Burberry. Like, I realized that as I was smelling it, that it wasn't as fruity as I remembered it. So let me know if there was something that you feel like I should have added in here. Let me know what fragrances you are really excited to wear this fall. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.